Welcome to the second episode of Your Wiafu Is Trash, the anime debate podcast. I'm your host, Cody. These are my co-hosts,
Darius,
Blake,
and today we will be discussing the greatest shonen anime of all time. So, let's get right down to business. Our first round, we have Bleach versus Yu Yu Hakusho. Alright, let's start with Bleach. D, what are your thoughts? Got any arguments for Bleach?
I'm gonna say Bleach overall probably would for sure be much better than Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, yeah, they're both classics, but Bleach just had, for me personally, I like more of a shine. I like to have more people doing all the crazy powered up stuff like that. Like, I mean, come on, Kenpachi is a freaking powerhouse. Ichigo being more OP than everyone ever could even think about, with him being both a Quincy and him being a Soul Reaper, and then of course him just having the whole hollow. He has the whole round. So the whole.
I mean, yeah, Ichigo has his Mary Sue powers.
I mean, yeah, but you know, that's just everything about it. I feel just kind of just one shots Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, I know you're not gonna like that because I know you're a fan, but the story is super cool. There's some. I feel like there's more left turns.
Okay, Blake, what do you think about...
So, I love both Yu Yu Hakusho and I love Bleach. Yu Yu Hakusho does have its good points because it literally starts out... I mean, both of them kind of start out in the same way. The main character dies. But I am going to say that Bleach, on my end, is more of a... I'd say more of a nostalgia thing for me because I really got into Bleach faster than I got into Yu Yu Hakusho. And I'm a lot like D. I love the insane power-ups. I love the concept of Bankai and just like the over-the-topness of everybody that is in that entire thing. Plus, if we really think about it, Bleach does make your clothes whiter than Yu Yu Hakusho. So
That's fair. It does clean your clothes better. Bleach is a great anime. I think it's a great time. I think it's fun. I think the plot is garbage. I think Ichigo is a Mary Sue who gets all the powers-ups he needs because he needs power-ups because they need to sell more manga. And then I feel like it lost popularity, and so they kind of just cut off the end of the manga like it was nothing. And I feel like that really affected a lot of it. I'm just not super into Bleach. However, we need to talk about Yu Yu Hakusho right now because Yu Yu Hakusho is so good. It's shonen history. I don't see how we can... I'm having a really hard time deciding between the two of them. But Bleach just has so many writing problems, whereas Yu Yu Hakusho I don't feel has those writing problems. The plot armor, the why didn't Aizen use his sword against Ichigo and mind control him? Why'd he lose? That doesn't make any sense to me. Whereas Yu Yu Hakusho is a strong shonen. It's good. It's inherently good.
if I can say one thing that Yu Yu Hakusho definitely has over Bleach, is that Yu Yu Hakusho finished their animation, I believe. Meanwhile, Bleach still has an entire story arc that hasn't been shown. And to be honest, the entire story arc finished off with kind of lazy writing, and it was not a very good ending. So
I will say that one thing I will give to Yu Yu Hakusho, just like you said, I will admit everything did pretty much seem handed down all to Ichigo. Everything was like, oh, you're in trouble, hey, here's this. Oh, you're in trouble, gay, here's this. Big thing for me, why is it my favorite? Just because, like, you know, what Blake said, nostalgia. But Yu Yu Hakusho did fantastically with all the character development of Yusuke, just himself actually not really being handed new powers. Like, him actually showing that he worked for what he got. You know, not, you know, like, it wasn't like, oh, you got in trouble with this, you know, this boss here. Well, hey, here's a God mode cheat for you. You go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, for real.
I don't really have anything else to say about it.
I mean, I'm still split on my decision on this one because Bleach is fun, and Yu Yu Hakusho is also fun, but it's good. And so, I mean, it's probably obvious what I'm going to vote for. But you want to go ahead and cast our votes?
Okay.
So, I will start this off with Yu Yu Hakusho.
I'm voting for Yu Yu Hakusho. So
It's a sweep. I vote for Yu Yu Hakusho.
okay, well, Yu Yu Hakusho has won the first round, and we'll be moving on to
Goodbye,
the quarterfinals.
We will miss you.
All right, next we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure versus Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Blake, you seem
So
like you want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. Go ahead and talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
So, the first thing I have to say about this is I'm extremely biased towards this because I have only seen about 6 episodes of JoJo, while I haven't seen the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is mainly just going to be a nostalgia thing for me. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was literally, like, I didn't even watch Pokemon, like, before I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was my... I remember, like, being 7 years old, getting home from elementary school, 4:30. That was the exact time Yu-Gi-Oh! Was on every day. I watched all the way from the start. I watched Yugi go and beat Pegasus' ass. Saw him with the Battle State tournament. Then some stuff happened that we don't talk about. And then the ultimate finale against Yami Bakura and all of that stuff. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Hands down for me is just an amazing anime. And they had the card game to go with it too.
If I had to throw in some input, I'm gonna have to say Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, I know we haven't cast any votes yet, but just Yu-Gi-Oh for me, just hands down. Because yes, okay, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, mean, action, great gore. The story is overall really, really good. But the fact that it's not only just nostalgia in this one, it's actually what kept with you the most. And for me, Yu-Gi-Oh is still stuck with me the most. I love seeing some beatdown going on with any of the JoJo characters in any of the games. But if I just see Yugi as a fighting character and he's pulling out a dark magician and just beat mollywhopping the enemy, come on now, that's sweet.
But he cheated.
Not it don't matter. Heart of the cards. I mean, JoJo cheated himself and his son cheated themselves. Everybody cheated the fight. But at the end of the day, Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuck with me longer, And I've seen the entire series of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, I dig it. I love it. I'm a fanboy it up for that. But come on, man. Dark Magician, Celtic Guardian, Dark Magician Girl. Hey, the first turn.
JoJo is better.
Again, Brett.
Would you like to
Dark Sorcerer.
explain?
I shouldn't have to explain why JoJo's is better than Yu-Gi-Oh! On the internet.
On the internet.
Yu-Gi-Oh's fun. Yu-Gi-Oh's nice. Yu-Gi-Oh's wonderful, okay? It's a nice little anime. It's great. And then when you grow up and you become a man, you watch real anime with prissy girly men like this, and they fight each other with their magic powers.
Question.
And what?
What difference is that from Yu-Gi-Oh, though?
Hmm?
You get your crazy, fancy-haired men against people with magic powers.
Yeah, you grow up into real fancy men fighting people with real magic powers. JoJo's is better. I shouldn't have to explain myself as to why JoJo's is a better anime.
I will say, I have only watched 6 episodes of JoJo. However, it has left a bit of an impact on me. It's not bad. It's really nice, and I want to watch more. It's just, it doesn't have the staying power for me that Yu-Gi-Oh would. I wouldn't go back and watch, JoJo's. I wouldn't go back and watch, earlier seasons. However, you want to binge watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Kingdom Saga with me, pull up a chair. We'll spend the next 8 hours doing this. Let's go.
Okay, I think I know that when my votes are against me, I'm voting for JoJo's.
I'm voting for Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm going to mess this whole upset up, and I'm going to vote for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, okay. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Just beat JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. All credibility for this podcast was just lost.
You forget, the entire basis of this podcast is the internet's opinion is wrong, and we are the only experts.
No, I'm the right one. Okay, moving on. Third round, we have One Piece versus Fairy Tail. Would anyone like to start us off?
Fine.
What do you like about Fairy Tail?
Okay.
I must start. I will say this very quickly. This is just as bad as when I compared Madara to when I compared Madara to Yami Bakuro. Or Bakura? I'm going to say Bakuro. But I'm not going to make this obscene like that. But Fairy Tail is very, very good, of course, in general. Just starting off, of course, I'm a super fanboy of character development. That is one thing, the number one thing that really reels me in. So when I see a growth of a character from the beginning, from the beginning of a show to how far even the anime goes, even though I don't read the manga, I know it's further than that. But just speaking about the anime alone, there's so much more that goes into it. You have Natsu, who just goes from just having the main fire dragon style to the mix of the lightning fire dragon style to then sucking up god fire styles, and then more and more, and then being able to pretty much take that and transcend his style.
But how does he grow as a character?
That's exactly how he grows as a character, by
That's
getting
not growing
more
as a
power.
character.
That's more power.
Character development.
No, that's my character development, because he is evolving
Because it
his
looks
strength.
It looks cool.
His character style is
Blake,
cool.
what are your inputs on Fairy Tail?
Okay, so Fairy Tail is that anime that if you really just want to see if you really want to see some good fight scenes and you want to see just the main villain just get whipped on over and over again, you watch Fairy Tail, because every single person in the Fairy Tail Guild is basically overpowered and they can just beat anything.
The power of friendship.
With the power of friendship, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one thing that I'm going to rat on Fairy Tail against is that they cannot die.
No.
Even
no
if
one can
it
die.
looks like you are going to die, even if it looks like your favorite character is going to die, just wait about 5 to 6 episodes, because they will be back guaranteed.
Stronger. They'll be back stronger.
Exactly.
They'll be back and they'll eat some special rock and then they'll kill the bad guy.
There
That
go,
is-
acnology effect.
I like Fairy Tail because it has its overpoweredness and it has really good fight scenes, but at the same time, as we were also just saying, the character development is only just characters getting stronger. There are some characters that get emotional development, but say for Natsu, he doesn't get emotional development. Okay, Urza gets some character development in her arc. But the thing is, we're focused on Natsu here, and the only thing Natsu ever does is just get stronger.
I mean, we're not just focusing on Natsu. We're talking about Fairy Tail as an anime. So all of it.
Well, honestly,
Fairy
Urza
Tail-
Urza gets her character development.
Mm-hmm.
Gray somewhat gets some, and Lucy gets some. But Natsu, he doesn't get character development. He's just I'm gonna punch things because you hurt my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gray, I feel like out of all the main squad of Fairy Tail, I think Gray gets the most character development, because he pretty much comes from going from this half naked dude to damn near
Fully
in a
naked.
way, and then damn near he goes from this half naked cool crazy typical Gray, then hits the left turn, and damn near in a way seems like he becomes evil. Not saying he did, but just after he had the whole rundown with his old teacher, father run into, he learns the whole demon ice art type stuff that he got down, and then,
Yeah, but that's sick though.
it's sick.
It
Yeah,
is sick.
I'm saying. I mean,
Well,
once,
he's this anime
and
Sasuke,
once
so
the
he has
fight
to.
not to, he wants. It's almost he wants to find out so bad, almost like he wants to kill him. I mean, that's cool, but that's just the fact that how that occurred, how that came around. That's the biggest change that I ever seen in comparison to majority, if not all, the Fairy Tail members.
Fairy Tail is a great battle anime. It's a battle shonen. There's battles in it. That's what it does. There are lots of battles in it. There's lots of cool battles. One Piece is amazing. One Piece is possibly the greatest adventure anime of all time. And they're both great in their own ways, but One Piece takes the absurdity up another level, because that's one thing Fairy Tail has going for it, is that it's absurd, and One Piece just throws that out the window, and then it can't swim because they ate a devil fruit and it drowns. It's amazing. It has character development. It has actual growth with the characters. Luffy's an actual decent protagonist, and everybody gets their due, and it's great. And the adventure never stops. And they have a goal, and their goal isn't just let's be cool and be friends. It's Luffy's gonna become the Pirate King eventually. Eventually, he's gonna find One Piece. He's probably not, because they want money, but it doesn't matter. He has a goal.
I do respect that one thing. One Piece definitely kind of beats Fairy Tail by a landslide. They have a big group, a big group of people. no one is left out at any time. Everyone has their star shine. And, like, everyone seems to have a special arc. Or, they have a special arc all about them. Every single person. And they, like you just said, they all get actual character development, not just by the power, but by the actual emotion, the age, and just everything about them actually develops. And it's fantastic.
And they do get stronger, but they also get stronger as people.
Yeah.
And they grow as people. And they grow as characters. They don't just get better at punching stuff. Which I'm all for punching stuff.
Ooh,
I'm a
yes.
huge fan of punching stuff. But my vote's for One Piece.
I also vote One Piece.
I will be voting One Piece. However, I do want to say one more thing about it. The only two things I have against One Piece. The first thing is, as you said, the adventure never ends. That thing
long.
is too damn long. I'm sorry, but I'm not caught up on One Piece, and I can't bear myself to watch 400 plus episodes in like a weekend. I can't do it.
Just read it. It's fine.
That takes effort, though.
Actually, I think they're in the 800s now.
They're in the 800s now.
They're in the
Caught up.
800s
The
now.
second problem, and me and Dee have talked about this a lot because we play a One Piece game on our stream every so often. There's too much goddamn crying in that anime. Like, literally every other episode, there's going to be some sort of fucking
There's
cry.
emotions.
There's a lot. There's too
And emotional development.
There's a difference between
Yeah, they
emotional
cry more.
development and too much emotional development. They pass that threshold. Like, literally, if you are not crying, you are like it's either one or two moods. You're like super happy and like you're ready to fight, or you're gonna cry. So, but One Piece is my vote. So
Yeah, One Piece is great. Moving on to the next round, we have Death Note versus One Punch Man. And this is difficult. This is very difficult for many reasons. Death Note, to me, was the thing that got me into manga. It got me into reading manga because it was so suspenseful, and it just had this thriller just aspect to it that just pulled you in, and you just wanted to read more and more and more because it's so good. The anime I don't love as much because it could never live up to the same, and then L dies and everything gets worse. But it's so good. And does anybody else have some stuff to say about Death Note?
oh, of course, Death Note is one of the few anime which I have like a obligation to watch every single year. I will literally go through the entire series in once a year. That's my thing. It's just it's more of a mental battle than anything else, and that's why I like most about it. It's not these other anime that you're going out and seeing where all they're doing is just going and punching shit and just like beating up villains and shit like that. This is like actually logical, and it's one of the only psychological anime we have on this list, and it does it the best out of most psychological animes. That's really all I need to say about it, I think.
I'd say that Death Note does do fantastic. It does greatly when it comes to, like you're saying, the whole psychological aspect. There's so many different kinds of anime out there that just speaks, that is all based on characters' mentalities and how they carry their intellect, how they use it, how they battle with it, and that, all of that. And this is definitely one of the meanest anime out there that just gets you thinking. Again, we brought this up before. Potato chip.
One of the things I like about Death Note is it's like known as that anime that you show to someone who says anime is for kids. And you show them Death Note and they're like, what is this?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see how kids could actually be all fine and dandy, seeing people get their heads cut off. And,
I mean, I was.
And I mean,
I was into it.
We were better, and we were more mature about it. And in a way, these are just excuses. I don't know why, but parents didn't care. It was fine. It was dandy. But yeah, no, Death Note is freaking sick, and it deserves to be in this tournament.
It does. It deserves its place. Its place against One Punch Man. Look, I love Death Note. I love Death Note.
Here we go.
One Punch Man is the greatest anime of all time. Saitama is one of the greatest characters of all time because he's a tragic hero that never loses. Can you imagine that? Like, that just blows my mind. Because they rightfully do a tragic hero. He is because he's sad all the time. He's never satisfied with anything because he can't be challenged anymore. And it drives him insane because he wants to have fun.
Yeah.
If Saitama wants a challenge, all I gotta say is he needs to check out the challenges that Saitama faces every day on Grand Summoner.
Oh, don't even get started.
I won't get started on that.
Don't even get started.
Please don't.
But yes, One Punch Man. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. It's hyped. Yes, but
hype is real.
I mean, in my opinion, like it's the GOAT of last year, and then it would be the GOAT of next year when the new seasons come out, for sure. Because again, I'm up there with you
on life.
One Punch Man is mean and he is funny. I love him. Just like you said, like he's never happy. He's always bored. This dude suffers. I mean, yes, it's something based as in he can't ever have a challenge in his life, but still, the fact that he just hates continuing through his life, like he will purposely try to get beat up just to get some type of way, but he can't because he's OP. But you know,
OPM, yes, he is.
But at the end of the day, though, I mean, come on, it only takes one punch.
That's all it takes
For you to get the sense in your head that he is the best ever.
Consecutive normal punches.
His special skill is normal punch.
Yeah, his special skill is he punches you seriously and takes out the rest of the mountain behind you. Can we talk about that?
With the wind.
He was just joking with Genos, and he turns around and like fakes a punch and pulls it back and knocks out the mountain behind him.
That was practically it looked like the size of like, what's the biggest mountain? Mount Everest?
I don't know. It's not Mount
It
Everest.
wasn't
but
Mount
it's,
Everest.
It was a mountain. It was a mountain.
But still,
it was
though,
crazy.
It was a
hype.
big mountain.
And you saw just that death in his eyes.
You thought Genos was cool when he like melted one down, but
No.
I mean, that was cool, but it wasn't as cool as the wind, the force of his fist. That was like several miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, what?
One Punch Man. All I can really say about it is that it was extremely hype. Everybody, the moment that it came out, was just like One Punch Man is the best thing ever. And honestly, they've got a good point. One Punch Man is a really good anime. It's a excellent mixture of action along with comedy that you don't really see well performed nowadays, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, they definitely did better than a lot of people had done at the time of when it came out.
For sure.
The one problem is that it just, like, it was too short for me. And
well, that's because it's not over.
But they just went, like, Attack on Titan with it. Like, they took 4 years to bring out season 2 or something. Like, it was at least 3 years. That's a long time.
It was a long time.
It came out in 2015.
It was a long time.
Can we also mention replay factor?
I'll watch One Punch Man right now. I will sit down and watch this. I will stop this stream and go watch One Punch Man. Right now. I don't want to watch Death Note again. I know you watch Death Note every year. I watched One Punch Man like 4 times this year. I've watched One Punch Man 4 times since 2018 has started. In its entirety. You put that on the party, everybody's watching One Punch Man now.
I finished watching it again last week.
I've been kind of thinking about watching it again.
Again, like I know how you're saying.
It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna cast our votes.
Okay.
One Punch Man.
Death Note.
I would vote for One Punch Man.
I'll take the L here.
Takes.
It's okay. I was with
the
you
W
with the Yu-Gi-Oh.
over Death Note.
I gotta take the W on this one now.
I kind of.
It's okay. I feel like I'm about to take an L. It's cool. I'm pretty sure I'm about to take an L. So we have Naruto versus Gintama.
Yeah, you are.
I'm about to take this L. So Gintama is the greatest anime of all time, and is flawless in everything it does. It is perfect. It is hilarious. It is an amazing shonen. It has great characters and development and like comedy, and it's gold. and I laugh every episode, and it's fantastic. And it's everything I've ever needed in my life. Go destroy it. Have fun.
Okay. So I know you've seen the entire season of Gintama. I don't know how much you've seen. I've seen about half the series. So I'm pretty fair back here when I'll agree with you, like, it's not the greatest of all time, for my opinion.
Boy.
But it does have, you hit all the red marks though when it came to, it's great. It's top tier for the humor. It's top tier on some fights for sure. I love the parodies.
Gintoki is the GOAT.
He may be the GOAT from some number of years ago, but
Gintama's still running. What you talking about?
But again, technically Naruto is still running.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is, just featuring his son and some other people. But I mean, Gintama is really cool. I'm like you said, just like me. I laugh at just almost every episode. I love the parodies throwing this. I love the fact that he can randomly do a Kamehameha wave. You know, I love that there's. I love.
You can do the Kamehameha.
I love
cool.
how they throw this in here, and they'll like try to do it, but then one of the characters they'll be like, you can't do that. That's not part of our show. Like they kind of like hand towing and breaking, you know, that barrier right there.
That
like,
fourth wall.
Yeah. They break the little fourth wall there, which is hilarious as well. It's like, you know, you shouldn't be doing that. I think we're gonna get cut real soon, you know. And then they just continue to do their thing. But again, Naruto. Yes, Gintama is continuing for sure. I'll let it take the devil in that part of the battle there.
Real quick, Blake, do you have anything you want to say about Gintama?
Well, Gintama, you went from the most experience with Cody to the least experience with me because
So no?
I've watched a little bit of it and it is funny. I definitely don't prefer it, and it's just like F for me. I can't really say much about it.
Well, you can't say much about that, but what can you say a lot about?
I can say a lot about Naruto. Now, Naruto was also part of my childhood because that was like the first time. Yeah, there's a poster in here. Naruto was the first time I really got into like an action-oriented anime that wasn't like, you know, Dragon Ball Z, of course. I got into those around the same time, but Naruto was just like, I loved watching this young, unexperienced ninja turn into, like, the unbelievable badass he is. And, of course, like, when you're a young boy like I was, like, you're into the really cool, like, the mysterious stuff. You're into, like, ninjas, like, Japanese ninjas. That's awesome. Now you have an anime that's based on it. It's awesome. And then you see Naruto doing shadow clone jutsus and Rasengans, and then he turns into like a moody teenager who wants to fight for Sasuke, and then there's a downhill spiral.
Aren't ninjas supposed to be sneaky? Why he wearing orange? Should he be wearing black?
Orange is good black.
All right, enough said.
I mean, when it gets to Shippuden, he does wear black. Orange and black.
He does.
So
orange sticks out a lot. That's my point.
Of course, I mean, all I gotta say is Jiraiya Pain fights, Lee and Gaara fights, Lee and Kimimaru fights, Neji, Tenten.
Neji didn't do nothing.
Man, he did so great against Kidomaru.
I guess.
Like, I mean,
I'm just
Neji
saying, did nothing.
I'm just saying.
At all. Neji accomplished nothing.
I'm just saying he did great against Spider-Man, and this going against the.
Yeah, but he lost. And he almost died to an arrow.
Okay, he almost died
to an arrow.
A super-powered arrow.
Rotation.
Yeah, he did.
That's his power.
All I know is Naruto has been the GOAT for years. It's the most memorable battles. Again, you can still look up the top anime battles to this day, and
I don't know if it has the most memorable battles.
Some of the most memorable battles.
I don't know if it has the most memorable battles.
Come on, Lee and Gaara. Let's just
I think there's a contestant later on this list that will put Naruto's battles to shame.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I understand when I have lost. I vote for Gintama.
Naruto.
Yeah. Okay. Got some Narutards here. It's fine. It's fine. Step up your classes a little bit. Now we got the new guy round. We got the new guys on campus. That new hotness. We got My Hero Academia versus Food Wars.
I just saw how you made that bracket, and I hate you. I absolutely hate you now.
Go home.
You are the worst
Right
person in the world.
now.
I didn't notice that. I hate you.
Okay.
New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits.
So I guess because he had to take the L, he wanted to get back at us somehow in the future with this because we are retarded, or I guess that's a very mean word. We are absolutely.
We're bad.
We're very, very bad at being the most top tier fans of Food Wars and My Hero Academia. I am very upset.
That's the real question. Who isn't?
People
there are
that haven't seen Food Wars yet.
You're right. People who don't watch it because it's a cooking anime,
Exactly.
which they're wrong.
And it's great.
I already.
The fact that a cooking anime can have more heartfelt battles than actual action anime.
Yeah, it's not.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it could have more heartfelt battles than some battle shonens, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
They
they
make
did it
cooking-
so well. It's like,
How do you make cooking so serious?
it's that hotness.
Yeah. Okay, it's like Shokugeki Food Wars. Okay, everything that's right with it, like the fact that this is a basic anime cooking show. Literally, Gordon Ramsay was part of this and was like, "Do this," I can't it's like the show speaks for itself. The fact that it's cooking, but taken to the 10th powered level.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's
you want to talk about character development. This dude who just came from a diner coming in and then he takes L's. Yeah, he takes them left and right. But he literally steals everyone's cooking technique. Well, not really steal, but he learns.
He learns them.
Yeah.
He's a Goku. He steals your techniques.
It's like when he gets beat down, he comes back 10 times stronger. He's a cooking Saiyan. Let's go.
Food Wars holds a special place in my heart, especially for me, an extremely picky eater who wants to try every single thing that was made on that show. That's insane. They actually, the character development is amazing, as we already said. Going from a diner boy to just being one of the most prestigious cooks ever, and we're not even all the way through the manga in the even anime. So, and then you have all these supporting characters who always get their moments, and they bring back people 12 episodes later that you don't even remember, and they're like, hey, this guy is still relevant and he's still out in the world doing shit, and now he's still higher than you and you gotta try and beat him again. It's amazing. However, I want to see what Cody has to say about it.
All right. So, as a fat kid, I love Food Wars. It's great. It's an amazing shonen. You know what other show also has fantastic character development on all of the characters in the entire show, and they all get their moments, and everything is important?
I'm guessing My Hero
My
Academia.
Hero Academia.
Yeah.
The last 2 episodes of My Hero have literally just been, what's everybody else doing? And it's been interesting. It's been so intriguing, and it's captivating, and oh my lord, spoilers for My Hero about to come out of my mouth.
Yes.
I don't know.
United States of Smash.
Ooh. Yes.
We've seen the pinnacle. We've seen the light at the end of the tunnel. And it smiled. And now it's our turn.
Oh man.
And that if that wasn't just fantastic to you, get out. I don't want anything to do with you in my life. I don't need that kind of negativity. I don't need it. But name a character in My Hero that doesn't have a moment. Because you're wrong.
Even other classes who aren't 1A
still have
moment.
development. They still have development.
Mm-hmm.
Even Class 1B has development. Iron Boy, when he fights Smoke Boy, and he gets shot in the head, and he's like, is that all you got? And then you have Big Hands, and I don't know any of their names for the life of me, but it's fine.
Because they still get their moment.
When you get an anime that's that saturated in characters, it's kind of hard to remember every single name, but you can kind of just tell who they are.
When you don't remember any of their names, but you still remember them, and they still left an impact on you,
That's more than
that's
enough.
crazy.
And speaking of impact, I mean, you've got villains that are coming out that actually have like decent morals and good points and make a lasting impact more than any other character.
If you want to talk about a show where everything matters, like you have the flashbacks to things that happen, like in the forest training arc, with when Deku says some inspiring stuff to Tentacle Boy. And then the flashback, and like, was it this episode or the episode before that?
It was one of those two.
And he's like, yo, we have to do this. We can do both. Because Deku could do both. And so we have to do both. And I'm like, wow, he mattered. He mattered. He did it. He's a character now. And just everything. Mineta gets character development. And he's not even a character.
Great Rush!
Great Rush.
It's pervy character development, but still.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's amazing. And I cannot stop praising either of these anime. But there's one I can't stop praising more.
Ooh.
And that's My Hero Academia.
Okay. So, votes?
I vote for My Hero Academia.
I'm sorry. It's
You need a coin? Like, what?
it's just... If I really had to pick... And I'm
and
putting...
you do.
And I know. I mean, of course I know I do.
We have a gun to his head.
And I'm putting in every little aspect for both shows. Yeah, I feel like My Hero Academia wins.
I was really scared that you were going to have to make me do something that
Alright, Blake, you still have to pick.
I already knew my choice because I've seen not thousands, but I've seen a ton of battle animes and action animes. However, I've never seen a cooking anime that actually brings me into it as much as Food Wars did, so Food Wars was my choice.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad Food Wars got a vote in that because
I
would have felt
scared that
bad.
you were going to make me pick Food
I felt
Wars.
so bad.
I wanted to, but there was a slight like 1% above it. Is the
like,
fact that
Food Wars is fantastic.
Yes.
I love Food Wars. I can't talk about Food Wars like I do My Hero.
That's true.
my personal thing was...
I will never stop. I can't stop. I'm talking to random people on the street. I'm getting my other friends who don't watch anime to watch My Hero, so I have other people to talk about My Hero with. Like,
See, my biggest thing was just that My Hero Academia had more side characters that had screen time and a moment.
you remember that background character from episode 2? Yeah, here's his episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Anyway, My Hero wins.
Goodbye, Food Wars.
I'm sorry.
Well fought, Food Wars.
I love you.
The next round we have the classics, the old school classics of Shonen. We have Dragon Ball Z versus Fist of the North Star. Now, I'm gonna stop y'all before y'all sick on my boy. Sick on my boy, because Fist of the North Star is an amazing anime. Kenshiro is an amazing badass mother. He dies and like says, "No, I don't want to die. I'm gonna come back." The main villain from the first arc, like, just literally sticks his hand in his chest, and that's why he has those scars. Also, this man's tailor is the richest man on the planet. He rips his shirt off every episode. Every single episode, this man rips his shirt off.
True.
And it's just a classic. And if you haven't seen Fist of the North Star, watch it. It's good. It's not great. I'm not going to say it's great. I'm not going to say Dragon Ball is great either, because they're not. They're battle shonens. They're fantastic battle. They're fun. That's what this is all about. It's fun. It's entertaining. I'm gonna punch this guy 417 times and push him off of the ground while I do it, and then his head's gonna explode. Fist of the North Star. It's great.
See,
have either of you seen Fist of the North Star?
I've seen some. Played more games than I've seen his anime.
Okay.
That's the thing.
All
so
right.
I know of all his skills and whatnot. So if I'm going to be... I say from my...
This man just has to touch you, and you're dead.
Let's say so from my perspective, I'm just going to talk strictly about him.
Shindaru.
Since he pretty much is Fist of the North Star. I mean, he's a protagonist, he's the main character, he is the Fist of the North Star. So that's why I'm going to talk all about him. His techniques, far more cooler than Goku's for sure.
And he has so many. He has so many techniques.
Yeah. Again, like you just said, he punches you 400 times in like 30 seconds, and that's just being generous. And you're just like, okay, cool, you're already dead now. And like you say, your head explodes. That is ridiculous. That is cool. That is freaking crazy. Wow, you just said when he dies, he doesn't. comes right back.
Yeah, not because of some magic
Not-
wish granting dragon, but because no, I don't want to die. Fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm going to not die.
There's no cop
today.
out.
And that's it. It's just pure willpower. It's willpower and shonen protagonist juice, and that's all he's made of.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is one of the most It's probably the most iconic anime of all time. I mean, everybody knows what Dragon Ball is. You show somebody a picture of Goku, oh, I know that. It doesn't matter who they are. If they're over the age of 11. If they've watched TV, they probably know who Goku is, because he's such an influential pop culture figure, as well as being just such an amazing, fun anime. Like, isn't he like the mascot for the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo?
He is the main mascot.
He is the main
along
mascot.
With other anime protagonists.
Speaking of
My
mascot,
boy represents gains.
Speaking of Goku being a mascot, when I was in Anime Iowa, so the typical mascot is this pig character. Well, like almost every picture of the pig character was the pig in Goku's gi, and on the cloud.
It's classic,
Yeah.
man. It's classic. What you gonna do? It's the classic. It's Dragon Ball.
It's got
You say
everything that
Dragon
you want.
Ball, people know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look at you like, what's that? They don't look at you like you just said Gintama, which is an amazing anime, but people don't give it the respect it deserves. And Dragon Ball, you say Dragon Ball, people know what you mean.
Unless they're like one of those parents and they're like, is that some sort of Pikachu or something?
They still recognize it as anime. And you know what? That's more than most people can say.
That's true.
True.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is kind of just that anime that has everything that somebody's looking for in a battle anime. It's got amazing fights, it's got awesome character development, it's got power-up sequences out
It
the
does.
ass.
It has great character development. Can we talk about Vegeta for a second?
Oh, of course.
And about how Vegeta has like one of the greatest character growth arcs
Of all anime.
Of any character
in anime.
ever.
Like
Like,
going from a villain in the first arc in Dragon Ball, and then just and then the last saga, he sacrifices himself for his wife and his son, and fucking Kakarot,
who he
who he
wanted to
hates
kill.
and tried to kill, not 3 episodes before that, and he's like, you know what? It's time. I need to put my life on the line to save these people because this is the right thing to do, and it's time for me to start doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he does it.
Also, the way he's gotten stronger in comparison to how Goku's gotten stronger, his way has been so much better because it's been all through more willpower and just drive. He has more drive when it comes to getting
Almost
stronger.
anyone. He is.
Like, Goku, because again, Goku is a plot armor part of it.
He kind of gets
Goku's not even a real
handouts.
character. Like, Goku can't feel emotions. Goku never kissed his wife.
No, he
That
has. He
we
just
know
doesn't know
of.
what it is.
But I do. If it's one downside about Dragon Ball is the fact that when we got Super, Goku got dumber.
Did
is
he?
what it seemed like.
I don't think he did.
In my opinion, he got
A little
dumber.
bit.
I think he got more selfish. I think he went back because he started off very selfish in Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
He wanted to fight strong people. That was his goal. He wanted to fight strong guys, and so he went out and he found some strong guys and he fought them. Then and he got stronger and he fought the strong guys, and then he won and he beat the strong guys, and that was Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z comes, aliens show up. They're strong. I'm gonna go fight these strong guys.
But now he's fighting them with the purpose of saving the world sometimes, or even just, his son.
Yeah, but if they're at peace, better go find some more strong guys to fight.
Exactly.
You mean Piccolo's son?
Yes, Piccolo's son Gohan.
Yeah.
Because Goku was the worst father
Absolutely.
in the history of anything,
And
not
yet
just
he
anime.
had a second child.
Yeah.
Which then he deserted for...
And so Chi-Chi had to
Birth.
dress him up like him, so that since she felt like Goku was still there, so she could remember what he looked like. Maybe, I don't know, because he's never there.
But in comparison to Fist of the North Star, I feel like
This
Dragon
man had a
Ball
job for
is
3
just
weeks,
gonna be...
growing turnips.
They had endless money because of Bulma and Hercule.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Goku was literally the guy that got the handouts, while Vegeta was the guy that actually had to do stuff through his
Yeah,
willpower.
Vegeta put in work.
And they're basically
was-
at the same strength now.
Yeah, I'd say, I don't know, Ultra Instinct's kind of broken.
Ultra Instinct, but he can't use that, really. Like,
I mean,
he can
No,
use
he
it in,
can't-
like, crisis situations, but he can't control it.
Yeah.
And so it has actually been confirmed. Vegeta's new Super Saiyan Blue form that he has is as strong as Kaioken Blue Goku.
Kaioken times 20, yeah.
They're literally the exact same power, basically.
But asterisk there. Because because Goku's Goku, and he has to get the Goku power so he can Goku.
He has to have the rider's power.
Yeah. Also, that new Broly movie's coming out, and I don't even think this is a competition anymore.
Yeah.
I love Fist of the North Star. I want to give it its props. It gets on the list for being a classic. Yeah. I vote Dragon Ball.
Yep, Dragon Ball.
Fist of the North Star.
Stop.
Okay, Dragon Ball. Which one was Fist? Shit. Was it this one? No, it was not. It was this one. Goodbye, Fist of the North Star.
It was
Cody,
video.
our next round.
Our next round is Hunter x Hunter versus 7 Deadly Sins.
You remember that
I just got the dirtiest look in the entire planet.
You remember that time when I told you to go home? So I feel like I kind of mean that now.
If you think the first round is hard, wait till we get to the second round.
You have a point.
You know what? I'm going to keep mine sweet and short. Hunter x Hunter all the way. I may love 7 Deadly Sins, yeah, but Hunter x Hunter, Gon, Killua. These are the only 2 names I need to even name. I could we can say Miriam, we can say anybody else.
Speaking from Goku, Gon is Goku done right.
Yes, true, actual training, actual taking L's, and then coming. His whole spiel was not about trying to fight stronger people. It was just trying to protect what he loved and find his father. That was really it. And he had to become this hunter to find his father, because the hunters get all the cool stuff, and normal people who don't. But yeah, Gon is the GOAT of all years. You can prove me wrong. I don't care. But Gon is at least the child GOAT of all years. Whatever a baby goat is called, he's the baby goat.
They're called kids.
He's a kid of all years.
All right, Hunter x Hunter is an amazing anime. I'm going to give a little bit of props to 7 Deadly Sins. 7 Deadly Sins is a lot of fun. I enjoyed watching every episode. Not only that, streamable, which is awesome. I love binging anime because it's the best way to watch anime, in my opinion. I hate waiting a whole week for 20 minutes. It's ridiculous. 7 Deadly Sins is so fun. It's an adventure, and you can feel it, and you're like, yeah, let's go, yeah, and then Hunter x Hunter wins. Blake, opinions?
Honestly, I feel a lot like Cody right now whenever we got to Fist of the North Star or Gintama, because I know for a fact that there's no way that I can convince you guys that 7 Deadly Sins is...
Have you seen Hunter x Hunter?
I've seen a little bit of it.
Check your privilege.
Exactly. I feel like I would vote Hunter x Hunter if I've seen more of it. 7 Deadly Sins is just one of those favorite animes for me. It's got a good source of comedy. It's got the perverted character that everybody loves. It's got amazing powers. It's got nice fight sequences. It's basically one of the better animes of the new generation. However, Hunter x Hunter is kind of a classic, and no matter what I say, you guys, I can't beat that. So,
you want to vote first?
I'm gonna vote 7 Deadly Sins.
Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. So Hunter x Hunter wins the last round of the first round. Goodbye, Hunter x Hunter.
Goodbye, 7 Deadly Sins.
Goodbye, 7 Deadly Sins. Hello, Hunter x Hunter. My bad.
We all got to take L's at some point in time, and now we
Very
have.
true.
Speaking of L's, the next round is Yu Yu Hakusho versus Yu-Gi-Oh!
Let's get ready for that L.
We have some Y's. We got like 3 Y's.
We got some.
All right. I will be short and sweet with this one.
Okay.
Yu Yu Hakusho. But since we're showing, oh, we got surprise faces over here.
We did.
So again, like I said before, Yu-Gi-Oh, that stuck with me, and it still stuck with me before. But let me go drop down to one fact. What show am I rewatching right now? Yu Yu Hakusho.
That's true.
What have I not rewatched in years?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I've never rewatched.
I've seen the newer Yu-Gi-Ohs. I'm currently watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc, but that's not what we're talking about.
I'm sorry.
It's interesting, but sorry. But like Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, hands down cool, it's a classic nostalgia. But Yu Yu Hakusho, man, whew, that's all I gotta say.
Talking about Yusuke is the GOAT. Yusuke is the GOAT. He's the goat. He has a goat farm.
Yusuke is the... But honestly, my favorite, though, and I always forget his name.
Kuwabara?
With the sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, Kuwabara's my boy.
Yeah!
With his orange pompadour. That man is a savage. Spell it out
Yes.
for him. Like, that man...
Just look at
All
it.
the characters. They're all great.
Yes!
You have Hei, you have Kuwabara,
You got baby Sasuke.
Yeah, they're all fantastic. All the characters in the Yu Yu Hakusho. I love the main cast. They make such a great team, which is not something you get a lot of anymore.
That's true.
Like an actual team.
Mm-hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Tried to do the Pompadour thing. They had Joey. Joey's
Yeah,
a
that
character,
worked.
right?
Brooklyn Rage.
Yeah, yeah. More internet references.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone have anything to say about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh is internet reference central.
It is.
That's literally it. Like if we were talking about the card game,
On motorcycles.
I would probably vote Yu-Gi-Oh. However, we are not, and so
We're talking about the anime.
We're talking about the anime, and I'm
We're
sorry.
not even talking
but
about the manga. We're
Yu-Yu-
talking about the anime.
Yu Yu Hakusho just above and beyond for what it did. Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, Yugi cheated in every single duel that he did. First turn, Dark Magician. Let's go, fight me, bitch.
Yeah, no.
So,
yeah.
I think we have our true winner.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah,
It's
Yu Yu
Yeah.
not
Hakusho.
even close. Yu Yu Hakusho wins this round.
Yugi may win for the memes.
Well, let's do the actual voting. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
It's a 3-0? Oh, it's a
Yu Yu
3-0.
Hakusho.
Okay. Yu Yu Hakusho wins that round.
He wins the memes.
Haha, you activated my trap card. I activate Yu-Gi-Oh.
Speaking of my trap cards, 1v1, One Punch Man versus One Piece.
Well, they both have ones in them.
1v1.
Okay. They
Would
both-
anyone like to start off talking about
They're
either
very
of these
similar.
amazing anime?
They're very similar. They both have one in the name.
They both have one in the name,
They
that's
both,
true.
They both have male
You know, One
protagonists.
Punch Man is written by a guy named One.
Ooh.
That's the mangaka's
But
name.
they both have male protagonists. Those male protagonists both do punch.
Mm-hmm.
However, the difference is that One Punch Man only needs one punch, when Luffy needs a punch followed by 20 minutes of crying and then another punch, because they hurt his friends. One Punch Man all the way. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'm not gonna act like this is a blowout, because it's not.
It is for me.
D, do you want to weigh in on this?
You know what? I'm not gonna fall for this. You know what's gonna be my choice? And I'm not even gonna explain. One Piece.
Okay.
That's my shit.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair. That's understandable.
Like-
One Piece is amazing. One Piece
Like, I am
is... There's a reason it has ran for so long. There's a reason there are 800 some odd episodes of that show.
Like, I am sorry. Like, I mean, I
Look.
got mad love for One Punch Man.
I'm going to put this into perspective. There's One Punch Man is amazing.
Mhm.
Okay, it deserves a second season, but it hasn't had one yet. Meanwhile, One Piece has
had
run
18 seasons.
continuously
800 plus episodes.
since I don't even forever.
An
Forever.
hour,
It's
an hour
forever.
something episode 2, East and Blue.
It's forever. It's ran forever. There's not the manga's gonna run until the guy dies. There's
Crossovers?
no, and it's never gonna not sell because it's One Piece and it's the greatest adventure manga of all time.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but he actually has said that the manga's almost done.
He's also said in a previous interview that he's not gonna stop writing the manga until it stops paying his bills.
That's true.
That's
Maybe
fair.
that means
Verbatim.
he's almost dead.
Maybe that means he's almost dead. I don't know. So
One Piece does have its merits.
you voted for One Punch Man?
I'm voting for One Punch Man.
One Piece.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's time for Cody to
Okay.
have the hard options.
I have to pick my favorite child. One Piece is amazing. It has so much world building. We haven't even gotten into the world building of One Piece. It's so good. Every island they go to, it's like a whole new adventure. And
Ooh.
without having to start over and be underpowered like Pokemon
It's
does.
like, I was gonna say it's like Pokemon with Ash goes a whole different read.
Yeah, except Pikachu's not level 1 again for some
Exactly.
reason. Luffy's still a Bamf. He's still the goat. You don't need. He doesn't need he doesn't restart. He keeps everything, and they learn from their experiences, and they grow, and they get new friends, and they get closer to their goals, and as they're island hopping through this endless adventure that has honestly spanned it. Time isn't relevant. It's amazing. It's timeless. It's a great adventure. One Punch Man
Is One Punch Man.
is so good. I
Can't
love
stretch it enough.
I love One Punch Man so much. One Punch Man is probably one of my favorite anime of all time. And this is making this very difficult for me personally. And you had to put me on the spot like this. And I'm not okay with it.
You're welcome.
Oh my lord. Oh gosh.
Do you need a coin?
Huh?
Do you need a coin?
I do not need a coin. I refuse the coin.
That's a cop-out muffin button.
That's right. Gotta put them up. Yeah. How am I supposed to choose between these two amazing anime? I don't know.
Which one stretches your goat the most?
Let's talk about them individually real quick. Okay. Character development, One Piece. One Piece has better character development.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
very
Hands
much
down.
so.
Saitama specifically doesn't develop as a character because that's not his thing.
Yes.
He's already at the end of his arc.
Even though it sounds unfair because One Piece is still technically new. Like, yeah, it's a couple years old and whatnot as a show, but, you know, for the series, it's only like, it still hasn't even gotten a second season yet, which is
Yeah, it's
perfect
only
for the next
13
year.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
wow,
so-
we have an 800 plus episode
The
show,
amount
legend.
of difference. It's just... I love One Punch Man. One Punch Man is top 5 anime.
All time.
My personal opinion. Like, my favorite anime to watch. I gotta vote for One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
I have to vote for One Piece. I would lose my anime license if I didn't vote for One Piece. That hurt. I just lost a piece of my soul.
Yep.
One Piece, moving
I
on.
mean, I felt the same
to
way
the
when I lost
semifinals.
Wars.
That's true.
Boy, stop. The next round, speaking of your soul, is Naruto versus My Hero Academia.
I think I actually have an answer for this one already.
All right, you do? You want to belt it out?
I don't want to belt it out. All I want to say is that both anime are timeless and will remain timeless, and they each have their faults, and they each have their good things. However, one anime, and the anime that I will choose, has less faults than the other.
My Hero became timeless in 50 episodes.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
Naruto sure as hell didn't. How many episodes are there between Naruto and Naruto Shippuden?
There's like
600?
more than that.
Like 700?
Like 900.
Like 9? That's ridiculous.
Between both of them, I think
That's
it's like
that's
900.
ridiculous. How much of that is filler?
Yeah, that is one
Exactly.
thing.
So much filler too, and then you have it falls apart at the end because you just have all these assholes out of nowhere where none of the canonical anything makes sense because like you have the fight with the third Hokage where he says that the fourth Hokage is the most powerful Hokage of all time, and then he's obviously not
Exactly.
because Hashirama exists. And you in the war you see that Hashirama is the actual greatest of all time, hands down. Well, he's not anymore because Naruto's infinite plot
Naruto,
armor
yeah.
and Talk no Jitsu. Talk no Jitsu is a phrase that shouldn't have to exist.
But it still does.
Talk no Jitsu is another reason as to why Naruto doesn't really hold up when you look under it under a magnifying glass.
Exactly.
Under a fine lens. It starts to fall apart at the seams. It started to, at the end it almost wanted to be Dragon Ball. And it's not. It should have just stuck to not being Dragon Ball. You know what show is not Dragon Ball though? My Hero Academia.
That's very true.
Because it's good and it has character development. And all of the characters develop. There's no Sakuras. There's no Sakuras in My Hero. There's none. There's no Sakuras, there's no Inos, there's no Chojis. There's real characters who develop
there's
and do
Deku
things.
and
There's not
Bakugo.
just fat kid who eats potato chips. That's not a character.
Okay.
That's a t-shirt.
I mean, let's be real. They all developed in Naruto. They all developed,
They got older.
but I mean, yeah. But you know, with more of the talking, that definitely made this less stressful for me. So
One more thing about Naruto. Can we talk about how convenient it is that everybody from the original Konoha class all had kids at the same time, so they could all be around for Boruto.
Yeah,
Can we
that's
talk about
right.
that? They all had
Come
kids at the
on.
exact same.
They
They all
had
got
to
married
plan
at the same time, and they all got kids at the same time.
plot.
Nobody does that. Nobody does.
they-
My Hero wouldn't do that.
They had to plan.
My Hero would not do that
That's true.
because that does not make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Maybe. I mean, baby boomers. There's times and places, and that time and the place was baby boomers and the Konoha.
Also, how come Naruto can't spend no time with his kids, but he can make 40 billion shadow clones to walk old ladies across the street?
Right.
As Naruto, all I know is My Hero Academia is definitely the GOAT. Now, I'll say this, Naruto does have more wow moments than My Hero Academia. No, hear me out. It does, and of course, because it has
more there.
It has more to offer. Like, it has
how
more,
often does it get those wow moments?
And that's where I gotta go into. Wow moments took too long. After you talk about, yes, it had like over 800 plus episodes from Naruto to Shippuden and so on. But yeah, when you mentioned when we guys talked about the fillers, you made lots of points. There was
there
much
was an
filler.
entire filler arc.
Yeah.
More than one.
There was more than one entire filler arc.
You can tell that
there are specially made opening animations for filler arcs in Naruto.
Yeah.
Like
Naruto definitely was not as straightforward as My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia, every episode had something that was linked perfectly well. That was that was either going to be hinted on for the next few episodes, or it was going to just pop up right there on the next time you see it. Like, it had you on the edge of your seat every episode.
Unless it's the first episode of a season. First episode of season 3 was garbage.
Okay.
They went to the pool. Nobody wanted to see them go to the pool.
That is very true.
That was not a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 1 of season 2 was just a recap of everything that happened in season 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so 90%, 98 to 99%.
But I'm saying those are 2 episodes.
Yeah, out of
3 seasons.
Yeah, out of the 50-something that it,
Meanwhile,
60-something
Naruto
that it
has
has,
a whole season that is filler.
50-something that it has, out of the 900 plus that the Naruto series as a whole has, and again, like you said, yeah, a lot of the I think Naruto, let's say like just Naruto basic, was more. For me personally, it was more comedy than actual action.
Yes.
Definitely. Like this, like when I type in comedy and this pops up, I'm like, that's right, because there was a whole lot of hilarious moments in that for sure.
There's funny moments in My Hero too.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, definitely.
But my plus side about that is that that's not labeled as a comedy.
No.
It's labeled as an action, action adventure, as this should be. But this is more like comedy on, this is like comedy like One Punch Man, but this One Punch Man is right. It still has the level of action you want with the perfect comedy. But this one is like it's like
in one episode they're talking about the entire village being wiped out and hundreds of people dying, and the next one they're decoding a porno to see what Jiraiya had said to them about pain. And it's like this is ridiculous.
The whole village could die tomorrow.
Wait, he can't do transformation jutsu, but he can do cloning. He can do sexy no jutsu, which is just a transformation jutsu. But it makes no sense. None of it makes sense. None of Naruto makes sense.
I loved it, but it's
also,
not hard.
There are no lasting consequences in that series, like there are in My Hero.
Yeah, that's
true. You mean like how many times the village got blown up
and it's back.
Became a crater?
It's back. But it came back.
Meanwhile, you have Deku, who literally is so close to not being able to move his arms because of everything.
Yeah, he might never use his arms again.
Yeah,
his arms are so scarred from all the times that he misused his powers that he might not be able to use them again in the future. That is insane. That is actual drawbacks.
Well, Naruto gets a new arm and he's perfectly fine.
Yeah, no, Naruto gets an arm cut off and they're like, hey, you want a new arm? We have an arm shop. We got a pile of arms back here. It's like that scene from Guardians of the Galaxy. We got a whole pile of arms. We got a whole pile of hands.
It's like, oh, hey, Kakashi, he lost pretty much, an eye guaranteed. But,
Obito gets his body crushed by a boulder, and it's just like, oh, Hashirama sells, he's fine.
Exactly.
Hashirama sells a cop-out muffin button.
Yes,
it is.
Exactly.
It is. It's a cop-out.
Everyone using Hashirama practically was a god.
Madara got kicked in half. How did Hashirama die?
Yeah.
How did he die? He has infinite regeneration.
Poison in his cells.
No.
I don't know.
Madara got kicked in half.
Yeah, that's some serious bad writing there.
Oh yeah, no, the writing in Naruto is terrible.
Hashirama,
they're terrible.
I get you trying to make it be all like, okay, he's the first Hokage, that was decades ago, he's old, stuff like that, but he didn't even die old. He looks exactly the same. Like, he still looked like he was early 30s.
But he might have died early for a ninja, but that could have been like 38.
Yeah.
Yep.
40 maybe.
But again, with Hashirama Cells saving the lives of Madara, who died twice already. He practically died when...
Yeah, no, Madara has the worst kind of plot armor, because, like, he dies, he comes back, he can use Susanos with no eyeballs. It doesn't matter. None of your rules matter to Madara.
Again, though, I'm gonna still skip all the BS of Madara and still say he's my favorite, though.
Yeah, Madara whoops everybody and their mom, and then gets one shot by Black Zetsu.
Exactly.
That makes no sense. It makes actually no sense.
Well, how about we get to the vote?
Okay, My Hero.
My hero.
My Hero wins.
My Hero is
My Hero wins. We're done talking about the flaws of Naruto.
Next up,
we have Dragon Ball versus Hunter x Hunter.
Who would like this is gonna be a challenge?
Who would like to start this off?
Well, I'll just start off because you guys know I haven't watched much of Hunter x Hunter, so Dragon Ball.
You're gonna say Dragon Ball?
Yeah, Dragon Ball's got everything that you want in an action anime. I already said it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you already said your reasons. Okay.
Yep.
Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter.
We're making Cody pick the bad choice again.
Man, yeah. It's got everything you want in anime times 10. And guess what? Key phrase. Gon is Goku, but done right.
Yeah, but Goku isn't the only character in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. And yeah, you're right. He's not the only character in Dragon Ball. And Gon's not the only character in Hunter x Hunter.
You're right. Hunter x Hunter has better characters. You're absolutely right.
All of them have screen
Dragon
time.
Ball has better villains.
Yeah, right. You're right.
It has better fights. It has the best fights in anime. And I will fight you on that.
Better fights controversial.
Gohan versus Cell.
You're right.
Goku versus Frieza.
Right.
Fair. But
the entire Tournament of Power was nothing but just amazing fight scenes.
Yeah, that's cool and all.
Goku versus Kefla. He skateboarded with a Kamehameha on an energy attack.
Okay.
In Ultra Instinct.
They have more cooler fights. They have
the best fights. Gohan versus Cell is my pick at the moment for best fight in anime. We'll get to that.
I mean,
list.
I'm with you on that one for sure.
I might be wrong, but I don't think I am.
But
I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Miriam versus old man. Gon versus that cat chick, especially when he went full adult Gon form.
I'm sorry, Gon versus that cat chick doesn't have the same ring to it.
I'm sorry, but I don't know her name, and that was still extra cool. I mean, this kid who turned into a straight up man who practically had the power of the strongest person.
You also had the Demon King Piccolo
world.
fight, which was amazing. Back in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
My boy jumped and punched through this man's torso after he murdered all of his friends. Like, Dragon Ball's so good.
It's just when we get down to it, it's just the fact that you got an anime that pretty much stopped, in my opinion, incompletely, but I'm still going to say best it will beat Dragon Ball Z in comparison to Dragon Ball, which does have a whole limit. I mean, 10 times more episodes.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so Dragon Ball is my favorite anime of all time, but it's trash. It's the best kind of trash, but it's trash. It's the trashiest trash. You don't watch Dragon Ball for the plot. You don't watch Dragon Ball because it's good. You watch Dragon Ball
for the fights.
Because it's Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it has going for it. It's that it's fuck you, watch me. You're not gonna not watch me. Everybody else is watching me. Watch me.
Exactly.
I'm not good. My animation's garbage. Doesn't matter. There were scenes in the Resurrection F arc that looked like I could have drawn. And Hunter x Hunter is a good show. An actually good show. With character development and growth. And I have to put Old Yeller down. And I'm voting for Hunter x Hunter and crying while I do it.
No, I'm Goodbye, Dragon Ball.
So just to reiterate, we lost Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Punch Man, Naruto, and Dragon Ball in that round.
To be fair, though, if this is coming from, again, another diehard Dragon Ball fan, Dragon Ball in general is overly hyped.
Oh, it's garbage.
It's super duper
Dragon Ball's
mainstream.
garbage. Dragon Ball has
watch it.
I love Dragon Ball.
Like you watch it because your friends watch it. Like it's cool. The fights are cool.
It's a social experience.
Exactly.
That's what it has to go for like video games. You know, they're cool, but the best thing about it is that they create and bring bonds. You know.
When's the last time you actually rewatched Dragon Ball?
The actual
a year ago at least.
You're talking Z or
no,
like Z.
Oh,
a
Z?
while ago.
I rewatched.
Have you ever rewatched all of Z?
No.
Because I haven't.
Only the fights.
I'll watch clips. I'll watch episodes.
But
But
I
like, I'm
won't
not gonna
watch-
rewatch the series. The series
Definitely
is
not.
garbage.
I just watch Team 4-Star, honestly, if I want my Dragon
Yeah,
Ball
no, I'll
fix.
just watch abridged, and it's funny that that's actually like a more mainstream way to get your Dragon Ball content.
Exactly.
But I'd watch Hunter x Hunter right now.
Yes.
I'd start watching Hunter x Hunter again right now because it's a good show.
Replay factor. A1.
And that's it on that one. We're moving on to the semifinals. We've said enough about that.
Yep.
Yu Yu Hakusho versus One Piece. And
Okay, wow, this is a tough one.
I mean,
Personally, not for me.
I don't think it's that tough.
Okay, well, you guys are probably gonna be the deciding votes.
Like,
here,
I'll
so-
make it, like, for me, I'll just jump the gun, make it sweet and short. One Piece
One
is
Piece.
going to be my vote for this one.
I'm voting for One Piece.
I'm sorry, but
Okay.
One Piece is...
I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is so good. It started a lot of great anime tropes. One Piece is amazing. One Piece is timeless. One Piece is fantastic. I cannot sing its praises enough. Is it trashy sometimes? Yeah, but
Yeah.
all shonens are trashy.
That is
Almost all
very true.
shonens are trashy.
They can get hella
Yu Yu
extra.
Hakusho is trashy. It's great.
Of course,
They
yeah.
have like 3 episodes devoted to rock paper scissors. It's fantastic. I
Exactly.
love that show.
I mean, you can't say... Yeah, I mean, everything that you said about One Piece is basically true for Yu Yu Hakusho. It's just One Piece kind of... I think that it's...
Cry.
I feel like it's... Well, no, I'm not even going to say that. Like, I'm for One Piece in this, honestly. But I feel like the length that One Piece has went on, and all the new adventures that went on with it, helps it take the top spot. At least in this matchup.
It's got so much more credibility. It's got...
Mm-hmm.
It's trying to pick between, like a boxing match. You got some dude he got newcomer 4-0. He's good to go. He's had 4 matches. He's 4-0. He's doing great. And then you got the dude who's 47-3. And that boy is gonna get stomped because this guy has so much more experience. There's so much more everything there. He's ready to go. You put the money on the guy who's had 50 matches versus the guy who's had 4.
Exactly.
So, I mean, One Piece is the guy with 50 matches here. Because Yu Yu Hakusho just doesn't compare in length. It doesn't compare in what you get from it.
Yeah.
You don't get the emotional resonance even that One Piece
Oh,
gives you.
yeah.
And so One Piece wins.
One Piece is taking the
sweeps.
sweep.
Have you ever cried in Yu Yu Hakusho?
You know what show I have cried in? My
Almost.
Hero Academia
Yep.
versus Hunter x Hunter.
So, I'm going to retract one of the statements I had earlier.
Uh-huh.
Back in the last round of My Hero Academia versus Naruto, I said both animes had flaws, but one had less than the others. No, that's a lie. Naruto had flaws. My Hero Academia does not have flaws.
This is true.
I'm
My-
sorry, but
I'm
I
not
literally
gonna
thought about every single episode, and other than the 2
Please explain.
episodes at the start of the season, there are no flaws.
There are very few flaws. There are, I don't know, like that latest episode with Heisey Hot fighting those ninjas. That was not great. That was filler, actually. That wasn't in the manga, if you didn't know that.
Fleshing out the characters.
Their filler isn't fantastic
That's true.
because it has to be there.
It was cool, though.
It was cool. It was cool. It
wasn't
gave-
slacked.
No, it wasn't. There was no slack. And, like, also, that scene in the building with Creation Girl and Tentacle
Oh.
Guy, that was filler.
Really?
That was filler.
That was so perfect, though.
Yeah,
They do fillers so well.
they do filler well. Does filler well? Naruto didn't do filler well.
They did
think
not.
about swimming.
I don't think
and
Hunter x
whatnot.
Hunter has filler. Not a lot of it, at least.
That's
It's
a
very,
redeeming quality.
very, yeah. If they do, it's such a small amount that you can barely even tell.
It's very high quality, and it's
Oh, yeah.
amazing, and I don't know what to pick. I'm
Well,
torn.
My vote is My Hero Academia.
Hunter x Hunter.
Okay,
why
so
do
now
you
I
have
have
to
to
do
pick.
this?
Cool. All right.
Come on, we could have had the sweep, but let's go.
All right. So pros
like
and cons
Hun-
here.
I like Hunter x Hunter more.
World building. Let's talk about world building. They both have amazing world building.
Yeah, they both have amazing ones. Character development, they have very
My
good,
Hero has
but
better character
My
development.
Hero has better.
My Hero develops everybody. Everybody gets a time in the spotlight. These characters have grown so much. It hasn't been a year in anime, and they have grown so much.
You're right.
It's been a school year.
You're right. It's only pretty much 2 people.
Not
It's
even-
been 2
yeah,
semesters.
it's-
Technically, Hunter x Hunter
No,
is.
not even.
Yeah, it has.
I don't think they passed the second semester.
You don't think so?
No,
I think they just did
no.
one semester, then summer,
They're
and
at
now
least
they're going
sophomores
into the
now.
Are
At
you sure?
least.
Yeah, they had their finals.
Okay, then
Yeah.
Or the final exam.
Yeah,
arc.
you're right. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Now, one question.
Unless
for
that
you.
was a midterm, I don't really know. I don't
You're
understand.
right.
Yeah.
It was finals. But one question I have.
And they had their
'cause
summer
You know, I
vacation.
didn't watch a lot of Hunter. Does Gon have like a character trait to his fighting? Like, is there like, say when we talk about Natsu, it's like, I'm gonna beat you up because you hurt my friends. Like, does he have something like that?
Gon is a protective type for sure, but it's not because of that. Like he'll definitely get more serious if he'll definitely get more serious about it. But if it's one thing I do respect about him and the rest of his team is the fact that they know that they're strong enough to take care of themselves for the most part. When a serious enemy comes in, you know, it's like, hey, I know you can take him no matter how powerful or more experienced this guy is. You go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. But he's not heartless though. He still cares about his friends, family, things like that. And if anything, like what happened to, I forget his name, Gon's mentor, the long-haired guy, the long silver-haired man. When he saw how extremely fucked up he was, he lost his shit. I'm talking like Naruto going till beast mode, lost his shit when Pain, stabbed Hinata kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it went. But yeah, so he's a character like that, but not exactly on that.
Because I was just trying to see, because I kind of count that as a character flaw when it comes to like anime, like having just one thing that always puts you on edge just to make you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's literally like when you're watching the anime, you're just like, oh, they're gonna attack his friend. Okay, he's gonna get stronger, and that's how he's gonna win.
Exactly.
That's basically.
I mean, but Deku does that in My Hero.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Deku does
his
that.
isn't his friends.
It's kind of everyone.
Deku wants to protect everyone. He wants to become the symbol of peace. He wants to take over. He has the loftiest goal, and he wants to be the hero.
Like I
He doesn't want to
feel
be
like
a
My
hero.
Hero Academia
He wants
did
to
it
be
right.
your hero. He wants to be my hero.
And the real question is he your hero, or is Hunter going to trump the hero today?
Ugh. Okay. So
Gon
Hunter
has no
Hunter
flaws.
is amazing. I'm gonna ignore that statement. Hunter Hunter is amazing. Mostly because I'm sure no one could hear it. Hunter Hunter isn't my hero. My hero is perfect.
What was I saying?
I can't think of a better anime off the top of my head that as far as like my enjoyment level, like it's up there with everything I've ever watched. It's top of the list. It's like it's like top 5 anime on my part. Hunter x Hunter isn't in that top 5 for me. It's top 10. It's one of the greatest shonens of all time, and it's had that legacy, and it's held that legacy for a long time. New kids on the block. Time to knock the old guy down a step. My Hero Academia, all the way.
Yeah.
My Hero goes on to the finals.
My hero
Again.
does have more wow
And
moments.
speaking of the classic versus the up and comer, we have One Piece versus My Hero Academia.
Ooh, that's a finals that definitely. That's a finals.
This is-
that's for sure.
The hardest decision I've ever had to make in my life. Maybe not. Probably definitely.
I have to say that you kind of just already said for me. You said yourself, My Hero Academia is perfect.
It's very close. It's very close to perfect.
The thing is for me, I feel like My Hero Academia is going to continue to have the amount of greatness that it has had over these last 3 seasons for ages to come, as long as it keeps going.
One of the things,
One Piece kind of lost it for me.
One Piece did have a dip in quality when Dragon Ball Super was running. One Piece's quality wasn't fantastic because the Toei animation staff had to cut between One Piece and Dragon Ball Super, and that was detrimental to the anime. And we're talking about anime here. We're not talking about the manga. The One Piece manga is fantastic. It's great. As I say, it is the greatest adventure manga of all time.
Absolutely.
Hands down, in my opinion. I don't think that would be a contest, but I can't vote for One Piece. Have to D D, give me some perspective here.
This is definitely one of the most annoying parts of this tournament here, for sure.
Finals have to be hard, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Again, My Hero Academia is perfect, just about every way possible. Every way possible. One Piece. I'm not gonna lie. I really want to just choose One Piece, but I mean, it does carry many more flaws than My Hero Academia does, and I don't even think, from my point of view, My Hero hasn't even shown any flaws yet. Like I said, there can be flaws in the filler.
I don't think it's flawless, but I think it's very good. I think it's
Flawless.
it's very consistent. My Hero Academia is all about that consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Episodes are consistent.
Yeah.
And the world's consistent too.
Like
and that's
every
crazy.
episode, like, I'm gonna say, like, every episode that My Hero has a purpose. Even the swimsuit one, and I'm gonna explain this real quick on how. Just the swimsuit one may have just been like, okay, you know, like, what's the point of that? It was filler, but
It was a joke. It was a long, drawn-out joke about
yeah,
what are the girls gonna be wearing. And
I thought about it deeper. Is the fact that, you know, they're still teenagers. They still have to, you know, enjoy life like teens. So going, you know, do a little swim. I thought, okay, you know, they're taking a break from the actual deadliest future that they have ahead of them.
Yeah, and they put it into perspective, because it's like, these are kids. These aren't immortal badasses
Yeah, like they can
from
die
another universe.
anytime.
These aren't crazy vigilante pirates who ate crazy fruit to gain magic powers.
Mm-hmm.
These are children. These are
Extraordinary children.
These are 14, 15-year-old kids. And they just got back from having their classmates stolen? Kidnapped. Kidnapped is the word for that. Not stolen.
Not stolen, yeah.
Their classmate kidnapped in front of their eyes. And just the shit kicked out of them by these villains. People got shot.
They literally had
People
to
got
watch.
stabbed.
They literally had to
Deku
watch.
almost lost the feeling in both of his arms. Like,
You got to think about the
It's crazy.
implications. Even then, like, they also had just watched.
well, I guess that wasn't the swimsuit. The swimsuit episode
Well,
happened
no,
right before that happened.
Yeah.
So it puts into perspective that these are kids.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch these
And
kids
I feel like going
almost
back,
die.
and yeah, going back to it and watching it again, you think about all the shit that they're gonna have to deal with, and like, it was a break that they needed, because they'd probably go insane if they had to do everything.
One of the things
one after
that I
another.
put into My Hero's favor is, in One Piece, could you see one of the main characters actually dying?
No, I don't think the
Could you see
creator would do it.
Luffy dying?
Personally, yes, I could.
You could.
I could.
And staying dead. Because I could not see that.
Okay, honestly.
Okay. Yes.
Dying
but
for real, no take backsies.
Yes, but the only time I would see this is if the show was ending soon.
If the show was ending. Okay.
Honestly, in my opinion,
If they were planning on going on,
I think anyone in My Hero is fair game. Maybe
Agreed.
other than Deku, because it's his
Bakugo.
story.
I kind of feel the same a little bit about One Piece, though.
everyone could die.
I thought All Might was
I
gonna die.
I feel like
I
they
didn't,
would kill
but I
off
thought
the
he was.
character in One Piece. However, I feel like it wouldn't be Luffy, it wouldn't be Nami, Sanji, Zoro. It would be one of the newer characters.
Yeah, it
They will
wouldn't
not
be.
kill off the originals because.
Whereas in My Hero, I could see Bakugo dying.
Oh yeah.
I could see Todoroki dying. I could see any of the professional heroes
I'd
dying.
be sad.
I could see. I'd be mortified.
You couldn't see.
I could see
any-
Eraserhead dying.
You
I
could
could
see any of the crew dying.
Not really.
None of them.
Maybe not. Like, not the ones that have been there forever. Not the ones that have been there since season 1. I don't see those people dying. I don't.
Fair.
They haven't died this long. I don't see them dying.
Fair.
I
mean, Luffy did get the world's strongest poison in his body, but yet somehow created immunizations from him.
Exactly.
He also beat someone who was faster than light because he was rubber, and lightning doesn't work on rubber.
That's scientifically fair, though.
Is it? It makes him able to hit him?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
No.
It does not.
No.
It doesn't make him faster.
makes him be able to
I'm fairly
live.
confident it doesn't make him faster.
Either way, I think the vote is going to be
My
pretty
Hero.
unanimous.
My Hero.
My Hero is going to take this win. So, congratulations to My Hero. And
You know,
This has been Your Wife Who Is Trash. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tell us down below what your favorite shonen anime of all time is. See you guys later.